Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Formation the Podcast. This will be our last episode for 2025, and what a year we have had, Al. What a year.
Holy moly, I can't believe it. Today we are wrapping up one of the most electrifying, unpredictable seasons that we've had in modern Formula One. We had 24 races, relentless months of us going through, reviewing all of these races, countless laughs, just as many heartbreaks, and what a season it was.
What a season. I'm so proud of us, and I am so excited to wrap up the year that was.
I know. This is our 30th episode. Can you believe it?
Wow. Like, no way. When, we started this at the beginning of the year, should we do a podcast? And here we are now. I don't know what my life would be like without the podcast. I feel like it's my whole personality.
I know. And I feel like the last 2 weeks we've been kind of thinking that and saying that to each other. We're like, what do we do with our hands? Like, what are we doing with ourselves? What does people do on the off season? Like,
I know.
Two girls in the off season. Like, what do we do?
Exactly right. Like, I need a new hobby.
Let's dive straight in, wrap up the season that was. And I guess, it starts with the year that was Lando Norris finally breaking through and taking the World Championship.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll delve deeper into this, but he did end up taking the title fight. It came down to the wire. We had an incredible fight for the Drivers' Championship. Many happened along the way.
3 drivers to be still in contention in the final race. What more could you want as a fan for this sport? Like, we said it every week. We just we wanted to go down to the final race. We wanted to go down to the final race, and it did. I feel like how can we top this? I actually don't know. What could be more better than what we've had this year? It's just been incredible. And yeah, I think
to have witnessed it. And really dissected it because we were along for the ride the whole way.
Exactly right. And I think, that's what this sport is. It's ebbs and flows, it's up and downs. It is a roller coaster. We go back to 2023 and, we had Max Verstappen winning every race. And to this year, not knowing who was going to win, we had multiple teams on the podium, multiple drivers on the podium. We had it all. So I think just feeling super lucky to have been a part of this season and to just watch it as a fan. So grateful. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to you, Al, for joining me on this journey because I feel like you've just enlightened my fandom. I know. We found each other again and I love it.
No, it's amazing. Oh my God, stop it.
I know.
Emotional? What? What's happening?
It's a weird feeling, but I am really proud of us.
Yeah, super proud of us. Super proud for us just putting in the slog. All our Aussie supporters know exactly what it's like being a supporter that lives in Australia and that gets up at all hours of the night to watch the race that we love week in, week out. So it's a hard slog and it's, something that we should absolutely be proud of because we've turned up week in, week out and we need to thank, every one of you for listening in because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you to every single one of you who have showed up week in, week out. You've grown this community for us, with us. And made that season even more special. So it's just, what a year.
Every comment, every like, every share, every repost, we see it all. We reply to you guys. We love it. We just love having you here and we hope you stick with us next year as well. But enough of the mushy stuff. I think we need to get into the season that was.
Let's go. Hard hitting.
I want to start it off on a high because, we're going to have maybe some not so, lovely questions in there. But we were so lucky this year to have so many first podiums. We had, first thing that comes to my mind is Nico Hülkenberg's first podium in Formula One. We had Isaac Hadjar, Kimi Antonelli. We also had not his first podium, but we had Carlos Sainz's first podium with Williams this year as well.
100%.
What was your favorite first, Al, and why?
Oh my God, this is so easy for me to answer actually, and I'm pretty sure that we'll probably have the same answer.
For sure.
But absolutely it was Hülkenberg.
Yeah.
Was yours?
For sure. with Kimmy and Isaac, it was kind of like it's their first year, you know? If they get a podium, amazing, but
Amazing.
no one expects to. Maybe Kimmy, driving for Mercedes, but
Yeah.
especially, for Isaac, such an accomplishment, but also they've got their whole lives ahead of them. So,
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly. So, to see Nico get his first podium, I just remember that race. I remember our reaction to it. I
yeah,
remember the episode that we filmed after that and the
yeah,
high that we rode right up until the next race.
yeah,
It was just so magical because it wasn't just us as fans that were like, we're not even Sauber fans. We're not,
yeah,
diehard Nico fans, but you just celebrate the driver because they've put in so many years of,
mhm,
you know, hard effort into this sport and it's
mhm,
paid off.
yeah,
And yeah, it's not a P1, but it's a freaking podium and it's like
yeah,
a champagne shower and everyone just got behind him. And I think it was like the reaction that everyone else had and the celebrations that every other team had for him. That
yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah, it was definitely same for me, 100 hands down, 100%.
Yeah.
That was my favorite first podium.
Mm,
But in addition to that, I think even Carlos's, I know it wasn't his first, but I think because it was so unexpected. Carlos at the end of last year, he left Ferrari saying he was gonna miss the celebrations, miss the podiums, and look what he achieved. He was up on that podium more than once,
mm,
and bringing a team like Williams back to its former glory, I think, is almost just as special. So,
yeah.
yeah, I think definitely Nico's number 1, close-ish kinda second, Carlos for me.
Yeah.
And, yeah, obviously Kimi and Isaac's amazing, but I
Love,
feel
love,
like we're
love,
gonna
but we're gonna see
yeah,
so much from them, not just next year, but just in the years to come. So,
yeah, for sure.
yeah. Oh, Carlos. And it's interesting because, like, yes, definitely Williams coming back into their former glory, but
Mhm.
also this is new era Williams that we're about to see. And
Yeah,
I am so excited for it.
I know, I know.
It's really
It's
exciting.
so hard to recap the year that we had without thinking forward to 2026.
I know.
Yeah, it's been a good year for Williams as a whole. P5 in the constructors, so amazing, such a great result for them. So yeah, for sure, excited to see what they can do next year.
Yeah. All right. Well, going back to 2025 and the
Yeah.
season was, I think the biggest question that people were asking, and I know we asked it amongst ourselves even, um, and it's in relation to Lando and taking away the drivers' championship. So, if he hadn't won the championship this year,
Mhm.
do you think he ever would have? Was this a now or never situation for him?
Okay, that's a great question. I think people are saying that because of who his teammate is,
Mm,
and because they are so evenly matched, and Oscar is going toe to toe with him only in his 3rd season in that team.
mm,
I think if McLaren next year have the strongest car, which they may have, and they both start from, they're both going to be starting at on the same line with a
mhm,
new car, new regs. We've just seen how quickly Oscar can adapt. So, not saying Lando can't, but Lando's still growing. He's not at his peak yet, and Lando might not be either. But as long as Oscar is his partner, his teammate,
yeah.
and we saw it this year for the
Are you
majority of the
saying
year.
that Oscar's not at his peak yet and that is the threat?
Yeah, and yeah, possibly. Like, I love Lando, and I think he definitely put in an amazing performance this year, and
Yeah,
the hate and the doubt only comes from the fact that he wasn't leading for the majority of the championship, I think.
yeah.
So, we do have that question mark, but
Mhm.
I just think when they're on level playing field and they're building together,
Yeah,
I can't I can't say, hands down Lando's gonna win and beat Oscar. Like, I can't say that.
yeah, yeah,
You know, all
yeah.
bets are off, really. I think this was Oscar's first year fighting for a title championship
Mm,
in only his 3rd year in Formula 1. So, for sure, I don't think he's at his peak, and as long as they are teammates,
mhm.
Oscar's gonna have a hard time securing another one. It's not gonna be a walk in the park.
Yeah,
So, do I think it's his only chance? No, because I do think he's an amazing driver, and he's still young,
yeah,
anything can happen, but I don't think it's gonna come easy to him with Oscar as his teammate. Whereas, in a George Russell, Kimi Antonelli pairing, you're
I
always
mean,
gonna back George Russell at the end of the day. At the moment, he is such a standout. I think Kimi, of course.
Queen George.
Yeah, like, no shade on Kimi at all, but you would always back George. Or, Max with Isaac, Max with Yuki. If
Yeah,
they've got the fastest car, you're like, "No, Max is a shoo-in."
yeah,
Like with McLaren, they've got the fastest car. You're not saying it's Lando, you're not saying it's Oscar. It's
mm,
gonna be a fight all the way to the end. So,
yeah.
yeah. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, going back to the original question, I think that my opinion, and I stand by this because I said it races ago, that
Yeah.
I feel that if Lando didn't win it this season, he would not have ever won it. And that's also, I said that probably halfway through the season. I
Mhm.
probably retract that a little bit in the sense of his mindset at the end of
Mhm.
the season was solid. I was
Dynamite.
extremely impressed by it, as I'm sure so many other people were. So I think that is where my decision turned a little bit. But I think Oscar is going to just be screwed on. As you said, he's only 3 years in, opposed to Lando's, whatever it is, 7 or so.
Yeah.
And he's locked in. Like, he's a serious competitor. So to answer the question, I think if Lando didn't win it this year, he may possibly have gone on to not win a championship. So I'm so glad that he did win it. Because
You know
you
what I
never want
think?
that because he is so good.
You know what I think as well?
Impressive.
He is, but, like, last year, Lando would have had a taste for it,
Yeah.
like, that little drop of blood in the water, you can smell it, it's there, it's lingering, you can taste it, you want it more. Like, I feel like that's what Oscar got this year. He's got a taste for it, he was leading for however many races, he wants it, he will want it more than ever, so I'd be scared if, for anyone out there, I think Oscar's gonna come back next year just, like, full steam ahead.
Yeah.
Locked in, loaded, let's go. For sure. All right. Well, this is a bit of a broader question. What was your favorite race of the year, Al? Do you have one? And why?
Oh, I have to think about that. I don't even know. Most memorable race. I wouldn't say I have a favorite race. I would
Yeah.
say maybe like on the memorable line at
Mhm.
first, like straight out of the gate, Melbourne, like,
Home race.
oh,
Yeah.
trauma. Um, anytime I saw rain after that race, I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely memorable. Obviously, Oscar's home race, he went out onto the grass and, got that thing moving like a tractor on the grass. But
Yeah.
then Lando took it away. So, great for McLaren overall. I think there was that one race, I think it was in the middle of the season. It was just chaos. I think it was Hungary. There was, no, maybe Belgium.
Was it all the red flags?
Chaos.
Chaos.
Like,
Yeah.
absolute chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what about you? I don't know. Like, it's just,
Obviously, like you said, from an entertainment point of view, Melbourne was fantastic. We had so many spin-offs, this one in the wall, this one DNFing, like, incredible. We also had Isaac Hadjar on the formation lap straight into the wall, which,
heartbreak.
we were from that moment, I was like, "Oh, no, this boy's season is gonna just, we're not starting off on the right foot," but then he proved us all wrong, which was amazing, and I
Yeah.
was there, so from, like, a memorable.
There. It was actually my birthday that day.
Yeah, that was good. Happy birthday.
That day.
What a win. What a way to celebrate.
No.
So, yeah, I loved Melbourne, but I think for me, hands down, no questions asked, Abu Dhabi, last race of the season.
Right,
For
100%.
sure, because it was worth the most.
It
That
was worth
race.
the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely in terms of like the stakes, you were just
Yes.
you were just anxious the entire time. In terms of the race, not so much, but
Yeah.
like, yeah,
W
definitely like,
I've never watched a race more intently, more just locked in, who's pitting when, who's doing what, like, I feel like I needed 5 screens to just be across
yeah, yeah.
everything. I, like, held my breath the whole time, and I think that feeling watching a race was so, yeah, it was like goosebumps feeling because you knew every single decision was weighted, had on like an on-flow effect. It was gonna just determine someone's future, someone's first world championship, just the whole season
Yeah.
had boiled it, the rest of the season meant nothing if you didn't win in Abu Dhabi. Like, it was just oh, I loved it. Yeah, it was great.
Oh,
So
insane, insane.
and probably because it's the most fresh in our minds as well, so we're just like,
Oh,
"Ah," you know?
there was also, now that I'm thinking about it,
Okay,
there was
tell
also, I think it was Italy when we were like,
me. Oh,
mm,
when Max won?
yeah,
Yeah, that was a good race. That was great.
that's when we were like, here he comes.
Yeah.
Here he comes. He has been slumbering
Yeah.
until this point,
Chilling.
just having a little nap under
Mhm.
the car, and
Yeah.
he's come to show up.
Yeah,
He's
for
come to
sure.
show us that he doesn't need the first half of the season to
No,
make it count. So,
no.
yeah, I think that was really exciting for us as well.
Yeah, for sure. So many races.
Oh,
It's like picking your favorite child. It
it
feels
really
wrong.
is.
Okay,
Mm.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
switch it up a little bit now.
Oh,
It could be a team, it can be a driver, it can be anything you like. What was the biggest flop of the year for you? The biggest like, ugh, or just like, ugh, you know?
ugh. Okay, so the first thing that springs to mind for me is probably not something that a lot of people would talk about.
Yeah,
But obviously earlier in the year, we had Jack Doohan, who was
yeah,
still a Aussie. We were backing him. We were so excited. He didn't come to the table. They kicked him to the curb, but then we were so excited for Franco. So excited because he showed such potential the year before. He was really gutsy. He just had this grit about him that we were so excited to see him come into, and that
yeah.
never happened. It never
No,
situated, and I think
yeah,
for me, that's the biggest flop because I had so much hope for him.
yeah. We were so
Um,
excited.
so excited for him to
Yeah,
perform and just come out and prove to people that he deserved that seat.
yeah,
And it never eventuated, and that's just the
yeah,
most frustrating thing. And thank goodness they've kept him on for next year,
yeah,
because I think he's got it in him. Just need to wriggle it out of him.
yeah. No,
That's
for
probably my
sure.
biggest flop, really.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. So you're right. I don't think many people would think of that as their
Yeah,
biggest
no,
flop, but for
that's
sure
just
it
the
is.
first thing that came to my mind other than Oscar
Yeah.
getting
No, for sure. Because like you said, we were so sad to see Jack go because we just
Yeah,
thought he was not given a fair shot. But it's not Franco's fault that they've dropped Jack.
mm,
It's just the way of the sport. It's cutthroat. It is what it is. And we just never got to see that charisma, that pizzazz, that little bit of spice and spark that we saw last year. So
yeah. We saw it a tiny bit when they were in
yeah,
Mexico and he was posing as security and,
it
like,
just like
that side of him, yes, just not in the car.
yeah, just like
Just
at
wasn't
the on his media obligations, he was fire, but behind the wheel, it was just I don't know. But yeah, but
read
like you
tune, I
said,
don't know.
happy that he gets to start stay next year
Yeah,
because new cars, new regs, it's almost just like a clean slate for everyone because we get to actually see how they match up against their teammate in the exact same situation
yeah,
with no prior experience. No one can say, "Oh, you've been driving that car for 5 years," or whatever it may be. They are all gonna be just, like, right at the bottom. So, yeah, I'm really excited for that. I think that's given me a bit of, like, yeah, let's see what testing brings and see what happens there. So,
for
yeah,
sure.
hopefully Franco lifts next year.
What's your biggest flop?
I don't know if it's a flop. It's just like, I was what yeah, it's a heartbreak. It's a
Yeah,
real it's a re you know what I'm gonna say. I'm
yeah.
like, it's a
Lead right real nicely into my next question.
yeah, I feel like seeing Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari, I think we were just and you know what? I'm gonna say expecting magic. Like, I'm not delusional. Ferrari hasn't been great for a few years, but I just thought Lewis would at least get one podium. Like, we had the sprint, but in a race, I just wanted to see him on a podium with Ferrari, that first Ferrari podium. And I just never got it. We never got it. So many of us were waiting for it. Even if you're not a Ferrari fan or a Lewis fan or whatever, that's just a moment in this sport that is just going to be everywhere. It's going to be on the news. You're going to put your phone, it's going to be everywhere. And I was hoping we were going to see that this year. And I'm just so disappointed that we didn't.
Oh,
Um,
sweet Evo. And I will be cheering for that day too.
yeah,
Like,
and I know
me. Um,
everyone wants to see it.
yeah.
Um,
So this
which
leads me to my question, my next
yeah,
question, which is, you know, it's so I can't even believe these words are coming out of my mouth. But is this the beginning of the end for
yes
Lewis?
and no. I just think logically, he's in his 40s. He's done what he has to do. Of course, it's the beginning of the end. He's not getting any younger. So, yes. But I do hope and I think he can do it and I want him to do it. And I think just starting on a baseline, he's going to have these next 3 months
Mm,
to work out the issues with the engineer, with the communication, sort out what is going to happen with this car. I just think this was the first year and
mm,
you don't know what you don't know. So he's had a whole year now. He knows what he likes. He knows what he doesn't like. He knows what he needs to do well. And I just am hoping with every fiber in my body that next year we see the old Lewis that we know is in there, that we know exists. Because when you think about it, every Sunday, mate, his race pace is on. He
I know.
gets it done.
I
He
know.
just needs to sort out his Saturday, his qualifying. And I feel like a podium is just like this close. I feel like it's touchable.
Yeah.
Um, I would love for him to win another world championship with Ferrari. That would just be like, "Oh," that would just give me everything. I would go to
We'd
sleep.
fly straight to Italy.
Like, I would be or Lygon Street,
Yeah.
whatever they say. Yeah, like, oh my god.
We'll go to Lygon Street via like on the way to the airport.
Yeah, exactly. So, look, I'm not being delusional. A podium, a win would be great. A world championship would be fucking fantastic. So, that's where I'm at with that. And no, it's not the beginning of the end of his performance, but obviously he's getting old. It's the beginning of the end of his career and what a career he's had. So,
Yeah.
if he retired tomorrow, like, mate, go live it up on a beach with a cocktail. You've done what you've had to do. But we just
Absolutely.
we just
This
want one
guy's
more.
this guy's cutting laps
Oh,
down.
in New York.
I'm just like, all right,
I
get that
know.
cold air into your lungs.
It's so funny. The power that he has is like, okay, Lewis is running in Lululemon. I need to go to Lululemon tomorrow and just like fit myself out and
Oh,
off I go because,
yeah. It's the power of the
yeah,
man.
he's so fit and just
He's a
healthy.
brand, like he's a entire brand in himself.
He
He
is.
does it so well.
Yeah.
Oh, my light just went. Does it?
If you don't, if you don't know Formula One, you still know Lewis Hamilton. Like,
100%.
yeah,
I knew you would be the same. I've
yeah.
so many friends that are just like, "Oh, yeah, that guy." Like, what guy? The Lululemon guy.
Yeah, yeah. We could switch it up a bit. Now, I know asking you this question, I know like, I'm just baiting you here, but
Hang on. I'm just trying to sort myself out.
okay,
My light died. Oh my god.
good work.
Okay, proceed.
All right, switch it up a little bit. And I'm fully just baiting you now because, like, I just want you to, I just want you to admit what I know you're going to say. If you could have given any driver a DNF for a particular race, which driver would it have been? For what race and why? Tell me.
I would have DNF'd Lando at Qatar. Why?
Would you why?
To bring it right to the wire and obviously to give Oscar the edge.
Yeah,
That is my why. It's
yeah,
as simple as that.
yeah. Cool.
Um, there's no way I would have DNF Max. It's just, the real threat was Lando. Oscar DNF'd enough as it was throughout the season.
I know.
So, yeah, that's where I stand. How about you?
Well, I haven't even thought about it for me. I just knew you had so much
So much to
writing.
say, but so little to say at the same time
Yeah,
because,
I just knew exactly what you were gonna say. I just wanted to have it on
yeah, you
film.
wanted it recorded. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted it on the record. I don't know, actually. I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have. You know what? Actually, probably one of the races where Lewis finished P4, I would have DNF'd any of the first 3 drivers just to get him on that podium. There
Yeah,
you go.
that's a great idea.
There we go. Done. Lock that in, Eddie. Because don't think that would have really made much of a difference to the championship, and it would have got my boy a podium. So happy with that.
Love that. That's
All
a
right.
great one.
Okay. Great.
So, um, going to team strategy, we had a lot happening this year.
We did.
Um, it's really interesting because I'm going to ask you who you think, well, which team you think consistently got the strategy wrong. I think we should throw some teams' names out and then discuss because I think the fact that McLaren's even in that mix is ridiculous.
It's definitely McLaren.
But
Yeah.
is that because
Wait.
the championship?
Yes and no.
Because of the
Maybe because of
mistakes or because of the actual decisions,
oh,
the actual bad calls?
to swap positions because the driver had a slow pit stop. That's just ridiculous. No other team, like, can you think of another team that had a moment that controversial all season? Yes, the two drivers are fighting for the championship,
Can you believe I
but
lived through that? I lived through that.
well, yeah, exactly.
I came
Oh,
out on the side.
you had a slow pit stop. Can you swap? It's like, here's gastro. Can you go and lick the bin so you also get gastro? Like, where does it end? No, you know what I mean? It's just not fair. And yeah, that's so silly. That's the first one that springs to mind off the cuff. What about you?
Yeah. Like they fudged the whole thing the whole way
Yeah.
through. I can't even pull which ones to highlight because there were that many. There were so
Also,
many.
also Ferrari, I think.
Also, just the fact that McLaren was going up
Yeah.
against Ferrari for
Yeah.
bad strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
Fred
Yeah.
who? We don't care about Fred anymore because
I know. And I love Fred.
I love Fred.
I love
But
Fred.
Fred's not, top of mind when it comes to bad strategy anymore because
No.
old
Yeah,
mate
because
over at McLaren,
yep,
oh,
they took
Lando
the cake.
slipped on a banana out on turn 3, so we're gonna put a banana out for you on turn 3.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
But
Murray.
what springs to mind when you say that? We've just spoken about Ferrari, we've just spoken about McLaren. Do we think it's like a fact of too many cooks spoil the broth? Too many cooks in the kitchen. Everyone needs to stay in their lane, and I just think you compare it to a team like Red Bull, where they are decisive, they know exactly what is happening, what decisions to make. We see Hannah Schmitz week in, week out just nail the calls.
Mm,
She doesn't hesitate. She just knows exactly what to do and sticks by her decisions. Whereas the dynamic over at, say, a McLaren,
mm.
we've got Zach, we've got Andrea, who's, you know what I mean? Like, it's a
Who
different hierarchy of who's in charge.
called?
Yeah, and I just, I don't know what goes on there, who makes the calls, what happens, but I just feel like like, stop consulting with everyone, just give one person the job,
Mhm.
get them to do it, and it'll get done. Like Ferrari, it takes them 10 laps to decide to swap a driver to try and overtake. By that stage, the tires are cooked. There's no chance they're overtaking, and what a fucking waste of time. You've just spent 10 laps on the radio fighting with each driver. It's ridiculous, you know? But we expect that from Ferrari. Um,
But is that the thing? Are we now going to come to expect this from
oh,
McLaren?
for sure. 100%. For sure. They do like, what happens next time if Oscar gets a slow pit stop? Are they going to make him swap with Lando?
Come on, surely they're done with this shit.
Now that they've set this precedent, if I was Oscar, I'd be saying, well, he had a slow, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
He
where does
needs
it
to go
end?
into it with a clean slate, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Rub away the past, clean slate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just going to be a tit for tat and it's just not going to be a nice environment. Won't be a happy place over at
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
McLaren. Oh, good. So, to be honest, did this season,
Mm.
Sheeshan,
Shishin.
She shells, but she sure. Did this season change how you feel about any particular driver, whether it's like positively or
Oh,
negatively?
that's a great question. I love that because it makes me think about that.
Yeah.
I think Gabby Bortoletto,
Mm,
I think out of all the rookie drivers, he had the least amount of hype coming into the season, like the least amount of press. Like, Kimmy's signing was this big spectacle. The Red Bull, like, is that coming in, replacing, you know, Daniel Ricciardo kind of, and Liam Lawson jumping. Like, there's so much drama around a Red Bull Junior getting signed.
Yeah.
Ollie, we saw that amazing performance he had last year when he stepped in the Ferrari.
Yeah.
So I just think Gabby's was just, there was no rumors going around. And then
Yeah.
it was like, Sauber signed Gabriel Bortoleto for 2025. So I just didn't know as much about him.
Okay.
And I just think he's come in, puts his head down, goes to work, and bam, he's just, yeah, not proved me wrong, but just really emerged as this talent of the future. And I think so exciting to see.
I think
And
I think he's definitely, because as you said, he didn't come out, straight out of the gate and, get top 10s and,
it's
you know,
hard to in that car. You know,
100%,
yeah,
100%. But I think he did an incredible job to assure people that he is a real steady rookie. He's someone that really learns from everyone around him. He's like got
Mhm.
incredible relationship with, all the seniors
Yeah,
around him. Your Max, Alonso, he's just got a really great relationship with everyone and he's a sponge. He just
yeah,
learns from everyone around him and he soaks it all in. And I think he will, even if it's not imminent, he's gonna be a real threat
for sure.
when he's put in the right car. Again, Audi, don't know how they're gonna turn out next year,
Yeah.
but um in the coming years, yeah, look out.
I think as well, to come in and go toe to toe with Nico Hulkenberg, who is seasoned driver. We know he's rapid, put it on the podium this year. So he's not slow by any, stretch of the imagination. They have gone, I think they're head to head in qualifying results.
Mm.
That in itself, in your first year out the gate, is just, you know, what more could you want as a rookie? So, yeah, I think definitely pleasantly surprised with him. Who's yours? If
Uh,
it's not the same as mine, we can have a thing.
yeah, no, it's not the same. I just don't know who mine is.
Yeah,
Again, I didn't think about the question for myself. I think I don't really have like an, I think positively of everyone. Just this ridiculous trait that I have.
yeah. Stop seeing the good in people.
Oh, I can't help it. Everyone's my favorite son.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I mean, I can't really pick the positive out of any one of them, but negatively as well, I wouldn't say anyone had a negative impact on me. I would say if I was to lean towards that, I expected more from Liam Lawson. And then I also just didn't have a good vibe with him most of the year.
yeah. Okay.
So he, you know, I didn't necessarily change how I felt about him in a negative sense. It was just the vibes were off.
Yeah,
I'm just
got
like,
it.
you're putting your car into too many drivers, in the
Yeah,
side of too many drivers, and I just don't like it. So,
noted.
but I still like him.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, but yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, not so much negatively, but just like meh.
Mm,
Like Ocon,
yeah.
Stroll, just a bit of nothing. Gasly, like, it was
Yeah,
just,
Gasly, definitely.
yeah, I don't know. Just a bit under the radar this year. Last year there was still like weren't amazing, but we did have those epic drives. We had the double Alpine podium last year, which was incredible. Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
This year there was just a lot of nothing going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we shall see. All right.
Mm,
Well, we can leave the season there as it is.
yeah, we can.
Look ahead just a little bit, not too far ahead. But if you had to bet your left kidney on a driver winning the Drivers' Championship
You
next
really
year,
asked me this question.
yep, the left one, the left kidney, who are you putting your money on? Throw away your Oscar Piastri, love heart, fandom, you want to like just win at all costs vibe. Who do you think's actually going to take it out? Like, what is your brain telling you and why?
Okay, let me shake it out,
And put your kidney on the table.
and I'll put both my kidneys on the table.
Both. Gosh. Serious.
They're both on there.
Great.
Um, I think the better question to ask me is to have an answer that isn't Oscar
So
because
so di well, no, if you know what? If that's what you actually think is gonna happen next year,
yeah,
that's fine.
that's like my kidneys are on the table,
Okay.
my heart's on the table.
Yep.
Don't rip it up, Oscar, because it's on the table.
Yeah.
Um, Oscar, 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 Oscar. If it's not Oscar, well, my heart's gone. So that's just a real sad day for all the drivers because then I just can't feel positively about anyone.
Well, there we go, done. Signed, sealed, delivered.
My
Oscar's
heart
winning the
and
20.
kidney's gone.
Yeah, great. Alright.
But just to, obviously I think that's just an expected answer. Um, if it wasn't Oscar, there is someone that I would absolutely cry over.
Alright, stop.
Yeah.
We can go into our second and third options after, but before you tell me who you think it could also be,
Yeah.
let me tell you who I think
Yes.
it could be. So I don't think you're gonna expect this from me.
Oh.
I actually think it's gonna be George Russell. Yeah, I know. I woke up today and I
Just
was
knock one light off the thing.
yeah,
I
I know. I
Did you
was on
get
the
that much into that?
yeah, I did. I think it's gonna be George Russell. That's who I think is gonna win next year. Yeah,
You
I
knew
know.
that I was gonna say that.
I could feel it. I could feel it in your I've known you for like 20 years, so I know you.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah, I knew you were gonna say it, but that's my number one. So you can't take that away from me. You've put down
No,
Oscar
I'm not taking it away from you at
and
all.
I'll
I'm
put down George Russell.
so on the train for George.
Yeah,
I truly am.
yeah.
He would absolutely be my second pick.
Like, I obviously would love Lewis Hamilton to win it, but it's not gonna or Charles Leclerc, it's not gonna happen. Like, it might happen, I hope it happens, but every, like, fiber in me is telling me it's gonna be George Russell. He
Again,
was
I would cry.
he was consistent this year like no other man.
Amazing. He's amazing. He's
He was just under the radar, head down, bum up,
so underrated.
getting
So
it done.
underrated.
Yeah,
There's a lot of fans out there that would say he's not because they're obviously like massive George fans. I'm
yeah,
a massive George fan. I've just got, someone that's number one for me.
yeah,
But as it is for you, and he is incredible. I have so much joy
yeah,
watching him on that track. He is so skilled at executing any plan he puts into place.
yeah,
And he has just such like narrow focus on
yeah,
what he needs to do.
yeah,
And he gets it done. He's just, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
And I will be so happy for him. I'll also be sad for Lewis because he left and he's gonna be like, "What?" Like, I've actually ran through this scenario in my head, like it's gonna
Yeah.
happen. I can see it. I can actually see it happening. Um, if it comes true, I'm a psychic and I'm gonna be delving into, like, medium readings, whatever, for me. But,
Read
yeah,
my now.
yeah, for sure. No, I just feel like
Oh my God, look. It's a G and an R.
yeah, no, that's my prediction. One of us is gonna come out of the year with no kidneys.
It'll be me.
Right. For the last time in 2025, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, 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 thank you. We love you all. We're so happy. We're so proud of ourselves, and we
And
did
we
it,
can
guys.
absolutely say that.
We can. We did a whole season of Formula One interstate, like
Just
thousands and thousands of kilometers away,
different time zones.
different time zones, different countries at some points.
Mm.
And here we are. So, yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in every week. And we'll see you next year, which is only in like 2 weeks' time. But until then, have a great Christmas. Have a great New Year. And yeah, anything else you want to say? Em?
Catch you in 2026.
Bye.